as the end of 2019 is right around the corner, and of course the end of the decade, people are looking back at 2019 and looking at the most impactful pieces of media that came out. And to nobody's surprise, Avengers Endgame is the most popular thing that came out in 2019. So let's get into why this is really it's really a no-brainer. I mean, did anybody expect anything else? So one article I will link down below will be from Google. Google talking about the most searched stats out there, and Avengers Endgame ends up taking the cake. Like, they run away with that. Like, their numbers were really high. But on the other one, other websites have also released some of their stuff. You know, movies, obviously. Movie theaters, about tickets, most searched things, interactions, social media. And Avengers Endgame pretty much sweeps every single one. Because again, let's look at the history of this film. Prior to the first trailer, which we got in December of last year, after Infinity War, Avengers 4 was trending almost the entire time. Then once we found out the trailer was dropping, it was at an all-time high. We had that one trailer for about 2 months, and it was trending just about every day. Search engines were going insane. If you go look at YouTube analytics, you're gonna see Avengers 4 was searched everywhere. Of course, Avengers Endgame being the real title, that was also a big thing. And then going into the second trailer, there was so little detail in there, and they revealed so little content that people were literally starved for anything. So they kept searching it and talking about it, and the anticipation just built up to almost a overwhelming number. And then, of course, you know, the film came out and we saw what happened. Like, it's the biggest film of all time when it comes to box office. Naturally, people were still talking about it. People were still searching it. Week after week, it was in the top searches because people wanted to get updates with box office. It remained in theaters for like 4 months. Again, people were posting about it on social media, hashtagging it, putting it into search engines. It was just everywhere. And this kind of tells you the day and age we're in, but also the power of that film. Because you guys have to take a step back and realize it came out at the end of April, but it still remained relevant for the rest of the year. And it's still relevant today as it still trends today. So it's rather interesting to see, you know, how big this film is. And now you're at the end of the year and people are still talking about it because a lot of people want to talk about it as one of their favorite films of the year. And it really just tells you how far the Avengers have come, you know, from the original Avengers film to just 7 to 8 years later being this big. It's kind of just unbelievable, honestly.